Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg on this cold and rainy Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful day. Glad you're here with us tonight as we wrap up another work day and get ready for budget meeting tonight. Yeah, you got budget happening tonight. That should be over or kicking off just at 7 o'clock tonight, a little bit earlier than usual. But that will be going on over on our Gov channel, F3, if you want to check out that process. They'll go through the amendments proposed, and then we'll have a budget hopefully by the end of the night, if not tomorrow morning. We'll see how it goes, but that'll be happening tonight over there on our Gov channel F3, so you can tune in for that. And we've got a lot happening as well around the city. We'll get you updated in your headlines for the day, plus talk about winter weather safety tips as we continue on. We're going to look at prepping that car kit. If you haven't already done so, we'll walk you through the steps on that, plus a checklist of making sure your car is ready for the winter time. I told you the horror story from my driving and losing control of the vehicle on a wet surface. It happens, and it's because my tires were too low and bald at that. So we'll talk all about that coming up here a little bit. Plus, special guest Amy Mercer's in. We're going to be talking to her about the assessing. Yeah, assessing just starting off again for the 2021 season. And she'll be here to break it all down for us, so you know what's happening and why. Why do we assess? We got all that coming up for you here in just a little bit of time. But first, we do kick off with your headlines. And we start with this, a bike-friendly Fitchburg survey. Yeah, as part of Fitchburg's brand and attraction, is in recognition as a bike-friendly community with the access to three state and 2 regional trails and networks that offers year-round leisure and transportation options. Maintaining the reputation requires multiple levels of attention, including improving infrastructure, marketing, and promotions, and expanded education in ridership. In 2015 and 2019, Fitchburg was awarded the silver status from the League of American Bicyclists, and we've got our sights set on a gold in 2022-2023. We also continue to hear from current prospective business owners and residents that are entice cyclist opportunities in Fitchburg, and it should be in the area of our future focus. So what's going on? Well, they are actually going to be doing a survey. Businesses of Fitchburg, they need to get some input from you. So if you are a business owner in the city of Fitchburg, they want to hear from you as they work on identifying some areas in biking that they need to hit that gold status. So if you are interested in checking this out, it's at the Fitchburg's website. Head on out there. We've got the link. We'll share it with you, of course, when we post up our headlines later today. All right, the 2021 assessment cycle has begun. And as mentioned, we'll be talking with Amy just a little bit, but as that cycle has begun, and properties that are you got a letter for, this is the reasons why: maybe sales review, changes due to building permits, fire damage or repairs, owners' requests for review or periodic reviews, etc. We'll check in with Amy Mercer from the assessing department in our guest segment today, and she's going to give you the details on some new ways that they'll be working to keep you safe during COVID as they work through doing the assessments both in and around your property. So you want to stay tuned for that. All right, Veterans Day programming. Excuse me, I touched my mic there. We all know with COVID-19, we can't have the in-person ceremony honoring our veterans, but that doesn't mean we still can't honor the veterans. And starting tomorrow at these times, we here at Fact TV will be replaying last year's program, from the Veterans Day ceremony. It's put on by the Fitchburg Senior Center and Eagle School, as well as the Fitchburg Singers all come out and together to put on always a great ceremony. So in lieu of that, we'll be replaying all of this for you tomorrow at these various times. So we hope you'll tune in for that. And and tomorrow night on Talking Fitchburg, we'll also take you out, or excuse me, not tomorrow night. I think it's Thursday night we're taking. Get all my days confused here, Andrew. Thursday, we'll be taking you out to the Fitchburg Senior Center's drive-up program that they had, feeding veterans free meals from the Fitchburg Senior Center as part of the Friends of the Fitchburg Senior Center getting donated meals here from, or paying for the meals, excuse me, from Pizza Ranch. So very excited for that. And yeah, for all the veterans out there, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll thank you and honor you tomorrow. All right, Dane County sees record disease spread in COVID-19. It says here on this was a press release that was put out last week, but they wanted to remind you that the risks are still very high. People seem to make exceptions around friends and family, but this disease is tricky. You could feel fine and still spread it to others. Unfortunately, the person you spread it to might not be so lucky. With an unprecedented level of disease in our community, it's more important now than ever to limit the contact with others, says Janelle, Director of Public Health, Madison and Dane County. Gatherings both large and small pose a risk. Yeah, Dane County currently is averaging over 300 cases per day. Record-breaking 142 were hospitalized. That number actually has increased since this release had come out. And yeah, what we're trying to communicate here is, again, a lot of this is being done by community spread. And we want to make sure that you know that the numbers are up, and we want to make sure that you are staying safe out there. So please, please, please consider wearing a mask, continue to practice that social distancing, avoid mass gatherings, limit those gatherings. We know we're getting into the holiday season. You may want to even rethink your holiday plans as we move closer here. We are expecting an announcement from Governor Tony Evers tonight. Just right around when this show aired at 6 o'clock. So we'll have the latest information on that, but we want to make sure to communicate that we still see the spread of this terrible disease continuing right here in our own community. So please help and stay safe and keep everybody safe around you as we work through this pandemic. All right, public testing site for Dane County. You know it's closed on Mondays. When it opens up on Tuesdays, it can be jam-packed. And I want to just remind you, as a recommendation, people who have close contact within 6 feet for about 15 minutes with somebody who is tested positive for COVID might be a good time to get tested. Also, people with COVID symptoms should get tested. People who have regular exposure to a large number of people, like people who work in a grocery stores, might need to get tested. People who work closely with high-risk population, like healthcare workers, they should get tested. We do not recommend testing for people who want to attend gatherings or for peace of mind. Tests cost $100 each and are at limited supply. So please think twice if you're going out for testing. There's a lot of people that need to get tested, and as the testing does continue to catch up, the testing is available out there free at the public testing site here in Dane County at the Lion Energy Center, but it does come at a cost. So if you're not fit into this list, if you will, maybe think twice before getting tested. Also want to mention too here, to get your flu shot is very important as well. And Dane County Public Health, or Mass, I always say it backwards, Public Health of Madison and Dane County. Someday I'm going to get it right, Andrew. I promise you. Given the demand of flu shots we continue to see in our community and our current supply of vaccine, we are expanding eligibility at our drive-through flu clinic at Lion Energy Center to immunize as many people as possible during the COVID pandemic. All Dane County adults and children 6 months and older can get vaccinated regardless of health insurance status. With the spread of COVID-19 everywhere, the flu shot is especially important this year to not only protect the health, but also reduce the burden on hospitals and healthcare systems. Clinic is open until November 21st. So if you haven't gotten your flu shot this year, we would love to see you come out. Again, that's over at the Alliant Energy Center. More information, just check out the website for Public Health of Madison in Dane County. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest. We have some winter weather safety tips for you. We'll talk about those next right here, Talking Fitchburg.